said weekly catch-up.
They all switched to that.
Do they really?
They do, yeah.
It's fucking weird.
I want to hit all the buttons, but it would piss everyone off.
Yeah.
Going through.
So true. So, welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of Race Class Alignment.
We're going to talk about virtual penises today.
Big old virtual penis.
Honestly, what we're talking about is essentially things that we're proud about. Mark and I have this thing where we call it a PV penis or PV peen. And it's essentially those things that you, in real life, want to tell people that you've done in a video game because you're just so proud and excited about it. And I was telling Jenna, I was like, well, what would you want to put on your resume as far as video game resume of what you've done? And we were kind of chit-chatting about it, and the more it kind of gets out of control when you sit down and really think about it, what you think is impressive and what should impress people. If you were at a mixer. And I feel a Twitch mixer would be perfect for this, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That one time, I streamed for this. Or that one time I held it in and didn't go to the bathroom for 18 hours. That kind of stuff, I wonder. And I just wonder if there's people out there that do that.
Not 18, but it was pretty long. Which I started going like this. It was one of these things. And I'm can they see me shaking right now?
Yeah.
You guys, I gotta go check on my dog. And I literally went to go piss.
You can just tell him water closet. It's fine.
Yo, dude, I gotta go pee.
BRB bio. It's fine.
Oh.
There's a few that come to my mind because when video games came into my life, I was 11 or 12. And I when I nostalgia and reminisce, it takes me back. So the first thing that comes in my mind is Final Fantasy VIII.
Mm-hmm.
And it was summer vacation, windows open, and I gamed for 3 days straight without leaving my room. And I left my room to go to the bathroom, but I had a microwave in there, I had a mini fridge, and I lived off of
I've done this too.
Mountain Dew Code Red and s'mores.
Hell yeah.
I lived off of it for 3 days. And every time I turn on Final Fantasy VIII and it's the original music, the Balam music, I instantly go back to being in the summertime at 10 or 11 with my windows open and
that's awesome.
The mentality of wanting to sit there for 3 days.
I was so excited because I had the PlayStation 2. And I would play a lot of wrestling on there, etc.
The SmackDown stuff?
SmackDown, yeah.
Oh, I loved making characters.
Oh, yeah.
So much. And then you just did it so they could walk down the intros?
And then I would pick up all the chairs and do stupid shit. So, biggest one, though, not wrestling. I went to Blockbuster.
Okay.
With my mom.
Okay.
Yay, Blockbuster was still around. And she's like, you can pick out one. I picked out Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Played it until 3 a.m. in the morning and beat that shit all in one day. I was so excited. I was like, I am in love.
It was Christmas. I don't know what year, but it was Christmas. I really wanted Jak and Daxter. And I got Jak and Daxter, got it in Christmas morning, beat it that night. 100% got every single thing. Now unfortunately, this is before PlayStation had the achievements.
Damn it!
So I got everything. So then when I rebought the remastered version, I was like, well, I have to get 100% because now I need that proof. I need that physical, digital proof to show people I've done it. Because it's one thing for me to say I did it, but I need that proof to do it.
Did you do it?
I haven't redone it yet. No, because that magical Christmas night is the night. That was it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to recreate those types of things.
It is.
You have that nostalgia and you don't want to ruin it, and then you don't feel like you've done it
as big as an achievement. I feel like there was that. I almost beat the record for the speed run of God of War, which I never knew because, again, achievements didn't exist. And now that I had rebought the mastered, it's if you do it under 5 hours, you get speed of the god or something. I was like, yeah. And I tried doing it and I was off by 30 minutes.
Which sucks.
And I was controller down. I'm I'm never doing it again. There was something, I think, in the first God of War that was these Trial of the Gods. And I remember I wasn't working. I was at a LAN party thing with a bunch of friends because they were all playing maybe WoW at the time. It was when LAN parties were pretty big.
I remember those.
So they had opened up something in our town of upstate, middle of nowhere. And everyone was playing this game and I'm sitting there playing God of War. And I beat the Trial of the Gods, but it took me 7 hours and it was really, really hard. but again, before achievements. So, like, I don't have, like,
Proof.
the proof, which kills me. Ugh.
Which bothers me is I play a lot of The Sims.
Yeah.
But, again, I don't think of it until now that how many times I had to repurchase The Sims. I had The Sims 3 and Sims 4 came out and they have all these expansions, but each time that I moved into a different computer, you couldn't use the same key code. Now they changed it. So, and then you had to rebuy The Sims because...
That's weird.
Yeah. So now they have it on Origin.
I never thought about that because
right?
like you get the key codes for other games and like you
but they can only use it once.
You never I never thought as a kid changing your desktop. The computer's a computer. You know what I mean? Interesting.
So I had to change, like I changed laptops, things like that, and lost The Sims. And on Origin now you can just click on it and now it'll show you what you've purchased and what you're playing, and it'll always stay with your name.
Yeah.
Which is different. So currently I'm only at like 300 plus hours of playing The Sims where I play nonstop. Now, just so you guys know, only 300 has probably been just this year.
Oh my God.
That I've played 300 hours of The Sims. But I used to play, like, a new expansion would come out. I sat for 11 hours one day just playing it. It was when I was still with Justin. And I was just like, and then I like looked and I was like, oh fuck, it's been 11 hours.
It's like
I should probably do something.
I should like eat.
Well, I mean, I have in the game. My character has been eating. Oh, that's when they slowly started getting the highlights, and I changed my girl's hair to have blonde and pink highlights. Now it's way cooler because of all my mods. But anywho,
I feel like Final Fantasy XI was a big one for me, and I haven't logged on for a while, but I think the first thing that me and Mark did when we logged on is we did like the / playtime. And I think mine was close to like 200 days of playtime. And it's amazing. But it's also like when we talked about it, I was like, oh yeah, I played it when it was like the original vanilla expansion, and it took me a week. Ooh, God. It took me a week to hit 75. And it was doing it in like Babiki Bay, and it was really like excruciating. It's horrible. My stag party stopped, and I was like, I'm going without you. And I remember playing for 2 days straight, nonstop, at my boyfriend's house when he lived in a basement. So we like stayed and played in the basement for 2 whole days for me to finally hit 75. And And I hit 75, and I'm like dark circles, right? And I'm just like dying inside because I had eaten like trash. Could have been just like mac and cheese. I was like full raccoon, you know, like dark circles eating trash. That's where I was at. And I hit 75 and I was like, they're all like, grats, oh my God, grats. I'm like, thanks. / shut down. And just like turned off the game. And I think I took a little bit of time before I came back to it. Like it was intense, but like for me, I still boast. Like if I'm on 14, I'm like, oh yeah, I used to have the yin yang robe, and I'm talking gibberish to some of you guys, but there's people out there that know what I'm talking about, and that shit was hard. Shit was real hard.
That's real so funny. Yeah, so 100%ing games is something that I know a lot of people were into back in the day.
I feel like having the achievements.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they made them.
I don't really play for achievements anymore, but it's in the back of my head. Like, when I see it or it pops up, I'm like, should I look at what those are?
I never play for achievements the first time through.
Yeah.
I just enjoy the game, and I have fun, and I beat it in a couple days, or I don't. It's fine. But it does severely bother me to have it sitting in my library because I feel like I can't get rid of the game until I've played it completely.
Yeah.
So if I had something sitting at 100%, like the Lego games, I'm like, okay, I can get rid of it.
Lego games.
I fucking love the Lego games. It's like I could get rid of it. But yeah, because otherwise, like I look at it, it's like, oh, 85%. And it's like, well, I can't get rid of the game. Clearly, there's other things I have to do. However, the downside with the achievements is now you have these things where they make the most ridiculous shit to get this achievement, where it's like super hard to do, or it's just really dumb stuff. It would be
something that you would never think to do.
Yeah, like really
dumb stuff. Or you barely can.
Yeah, and it's just like, I get it, and there is that like prestige of like, you look at it on PlayStation, it's like only like 1% of people get it. But that's, I don't know. That's hard. I'm like close for 100% on Until Dawn.
Nice.
But it's like, you know how many times you have to go through and fucking play that? Same with Detroit Become Human. I'm getting close on that. I think the only thing... Ooh, you know what? I'm going to... See, we're talking about it. I'm going to have to go through it at some point because I might have that Jack and Daxter 100%. I doubt it. But I know I have the Lego games. It's like my only platinum. I was like,
I used to look at them and see how I compared to other people.
Oh, that kills me.
On my friend list.
That kills me because I make sure that the people on my friends list usually have a higher one than me, a bigger PvP, because then I'm like always like, well, I need to be level 14 if someone's level 13. Like, it gets bad.
Yeah.
And I haven't played my PlayStation in a while, but it does get really bad. I'm like right now wanting to look it up, and I'm like, okay, you don't have to. It's fine.
We will in a second. But yeah, what kind of games do you play that you've 100%ed, or what's your PvP-ness?
Yeah, what do you want to put on your resume? What do you feel like you need to tell people and puff your chest up like when you meet them? Because I don't know why, but it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, I beat this game in so-and-so time. Like, okay, cool.
And do you have proof?
Yeah.
If you do have proof, definitely share it down below.
Share it down below, but that's also why I like Twitch streaming, because now you do have proof. And one of the reasons why I'm doing that, like, for example, back to 8, I feel like I totally cut you off. I'm so sorry.
What? No.
But like Final Fantasy 8. So I've played through the game a bunch of times, and now I'm doing a stream, and it's very casual, but I'm trying to get the ultimate weapon before, technically it would be disc 1 on PlayStation, which is really hard to do. But I'm glad that I'm streaming, because now I can always go back even for myself to like see it happen.
Yeah.
Like playthroughs and like see it happen. So I want to see like my reaction, like this weird Inception kind of thing. I don't know.
I think it's cool though. No, you can go back and be like, yes, I did that.
This is the time I did it. It's like Neopets when you get the rainbow brush.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I loved Neopets.
Neopets was so much fun.
I can't. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it.
For sure. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us for season 3, episode 1. Like we said before, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, as well as share it,
comment.
Exactly. All the things that we say all the time.
Yeah, all the things. You can catch us when we're not in the podcast. You can catch us on Twitch.
Yep.
She's under Genesis. Just Genesis, right?
Genesis.
Okay, I feel like there's supposed to be numbers and there's not. Genesis. Nope. I'm under the Huku. Maybe I'll change it. I do it all the time. I change it all the time. It's fine.
We're fine. It's fine. But yes, always remember to geek responsibly.